So a few days ago, I came out and told you guys about a rumored Cyberpunk 2077 developmental update that was going to be dropping in 2021, specifically in June, since I guess we are already in 2021, which is still kind of hard to believe at times. But anyway, this information was released by a supposed disgruntled employee or a developer from CD Projekt Red, and now CD Projekt Red is officially coming out and say these accusations are just simply not true. But anyway, we're going to dive into more information about this. But if you guys are enjoying these types of videos and want to continue seeing these types of videos, then make sure that you guys go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. Also, make sure you guys go ahead and share these videos with everyone that you know and everywhere that you possibly can, because honestly, it helps me grow, and honestly, I would very much appreciate it. So if you guys could do those things for me, thank you guys ever so very much. Anyway, let's go ahead and dive right into it. So, obviously, we just got done saying that CD Projekt Red has said and confirmed that these rumors of Cyberpunk 2077 developmental update, they just are simply not true. And what is actually even more comical to me as a video game player or a fan just of video games in general is the fact that if you read the previous article that was released on Reddit by an alleged CD Projekt Red developer talk about the state of CD Projekt Cyberpunk 2077, you'll actually read in that article that this employee states, "We are working hard to fix this game." And then now CD Projekt Red just basically comes out and says, this is simply not true. And it's just kind of funny because if it's simply just not true, then are you actually doing anything to add the things that you took out of the game? Are you going to make it better? There's supposed to be patches and releases that we really haven't heard of anymore recently on the websites and what's supposed to be happening, because we were supposed to get one in January, which is now January, and we still have a few days obviously left of January since it just hit January 1, you know, and now it's January 6th. But there's also supposed to be another one in February, which is actually quite interesting if you think about it. So what is actually being and what is happening behind the scenes that CD Projekt Red is just quoting, well, this is simply just not true, and I don't really know what to even say about that anymore, to be honest. So this information actually mostly comes from IGN, so I do want to just kind of throw that out there. And I've actually been trying to pay attention to this as much as possible because I do want to like stay up to date, and obviously I want to know what is true and what is not true, because I told you guys in the previous video to take all the information with a grain of salt and to only treat it as hearsay, because obviously when we hear about these leaked updates or this information, it's simply just somebody making it up. It's very possible. We've seen it with Rockstar, we've seen it now with CD Projekt Red, we've seen it with other major companies. We just can't confirm anything until it happens, but honestly, it makes for some pretty funny content, if you ask me. So a CD Projekt Red representative has basically stated in his company policy rumors about the developmental decisions on CD Projekt Red's Cyberpunk 2077 game. And all of these rumors just are simply just not true, which we already kind of stated. So if you guys take a look at Game FAQ's forum post claiming to include comments from this disgruntled employee, made multiple claims about the content, the code rewrites, pressure from the company's executives, and the game's ongoing fixes, even adding the unexpected detail that the company's original Johnny Silverhand was inspired by David Hatter's Solid Snake and Cillian Murphy. So, and this is all information that we kind of talked a little bit about, you know, last time, but I decided to kind of point it out just because this is specifically what they're talking about is just simply not true. Now, so they're talking about the content, the rewrites, the pressure from the game company executives, and then the ongoing fixes. So I specifically want to focus on the game's ongoing fixes because that is what I made a comment about earlier just a little bit ago, saying that if this is simply not true, it's talking about the game's fixes. So I really want to know what CD Projekt Red's intentions are to fix the game. Now, I do play on the Xbox Series X, and I don't experience a lot of the bugs that a lot of players have, especially on the older generations, on the older Xbox and on the PS4. So I can't really say that. And I know a couple of people have told me to try it. Unfortunately, I've already taken down my other Xbox and I haven't played it in who knows how long, since I ever got the Xbox Series X. So I haven't had time to even consider playing it to see what it is all about. Plus, the old console that I do have is an Xbox One X, so it's not even just an Xbox One. So, and there are a lot of people saying that it's working fine, or at least working okay on an Xbox One X. So it doesn't really, in my opinion, make it a whole lot different to even try it if people aren't experiencing the groundbreaking issues that they're seeing with just the original Xbox One or even the original PS4. So I just want to throw that out there. So let's go ahead and dive a little bit more into this and kind of get your guys' thoughts and opinions on the subject. Now, CD Projekt Red has repeatedly refused to comment on these rumors following the troubled launch of Cyberpunk 2077, making this a very notable exception because CD Projekt Red just really hasn't done anything, at least as of this time, to make it known about anything that they're actually doing with Cyberpunk 2077. Previously, CD Projekt Red has also broken usual policy to deny rumors of a final last-minute delay to the game. Now, Cyberpunk launched in a less than stable state, particularly on the consoles, which led to a much speculation about the game's developmental process, which we kind of already talked about earlier. Now, there was a lot of messiness going around when the game, and nothing has really been done to address and to truly fix all of these issues. Now, I'm just going to quickly talk about another thing that I had read, saying that a majority of players to Cyberpunk 2077 have already left the game, and they left it much quicker than they did with The Witcher 3, which was a much better product according to a lot of other players. So I just wanted to throw that out there as well, that the majority of the player base has actually already left Cyberpunk, and I do enjoy it, but there's a lot of games that I do play each and every single day, so I haven't completely been able to finish it, doing the tutorials and the other things that I do here on the channel, trying to keep you guys up and getting you guys the best weapons, best builds, and things like that that I possibly can. So unfortunately, I am still playing it, and I very much enjoying it. So you guys will have to let me know what you guys think about all of this, but all I can say is that currently CD Projekt Red is still intending on a major release update to the console versions this month in January and also in February, as previously mentioned, and that should fix most of the major problems all of us gamers are facing, at least on the last generation of the consoles. So if you guys have the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4 in any caliber, then hopefully all of these issues will be fixed, and then you guys should be able to come back to it. If you guys have already asked for a refund, I guess I wouldn't have made that decision right off the bat. There's been so many other games that have been so plagued by a lot of other issues, and I'm not going to get into the games that I have played currently that have been going through all these troubled states, but just look at my channel and the games that I play, you're going to know right away which game that is. And there's been so many other games that have had so many more bugs and issues than Cyberpunk 2077, at least in my opinion, and people aren't consistently and constantly asking for refunds for a particular game. This is the first time that I had ever seen anything like this, and I don't think it was bad as people made it out to be, but then again, I said earlier that I did play on the Xbox Series X. So anyway, let me know what you guys are thinking down below. We do have, at least at some point, some free DLC coming and some paid expansions also, and hopefully a multiplayer mode that will be coming to an online in the very near future, hopefully sometime later this year. But anyway, if you guys did enjoy today's episode, you know what to do. Like, comment, and subscribe down below. It would help me out a lot and is greatly appreciated. But until next time, YouTube, you guys keep doing what you're doing because you're already doing it, and you guys stay gaming.